So I debated all morning whether or not to make this video. And if you're watching it, I guess I decided to go ahead and make this video and keep it uploaded. Um, so I'm kind of going to be like all over the map on here. So just kind of bear with me. Um, you know, I've been doing YouTube for a very, very long time. Whether or not you want to say I was successful or not, that's up to you personally. I never got into YouTube to make it a full-time job. It definitely was a point where I was like, oh, I think I could do this, but it was always something I wanted to do as a hobby. I just liked talking about movies and video games with my friends, and I just kind of wanted to get my opinions out there. And I started the Storms Inc. channel like almost 2 decades ago. Like it was a long time ago, and I definitely had like ups and downs with the channel and this channel as well. The reason why I'm making this video, good reason why. I don't know the reason why I'm making this video. That might be the reason why I debated on whether to make it or not. Anyway, um, I just been seeing this trend that's been going on YouTube and social media and so on. And I'm just kind of at the point where I'm like, I just kind of want to turn my brain off and not focus in on the noise. And that's the thing, right? When YouTube becomes a job for a lot of people, you see channels like Geeks and Gamers, Dreamcast Guy, Ryan Kennel, all these people who are very disingenuous when it comes to their opinions, right? They make videos to hit the algorithm, right? That's really it. They're grifting and hitting the algorithm to generate views. And that was something that I never had I never wanted to be a part of that. I understand the financial gain of that. I understand like there's a lot of money involving that, but at the same time, I want people, even if it's just 100 people, right, that watch my videos. I want those 100 people, and just for let's just be clear on something. If we're looking at my analytics, it is definitely trending downward. So I would say maybe within another year, I probably will only have 100 people watching. But let's just say, excuse me, let's just say I only have 100 people watching. I want those 100 people to know that everything I'm saying is exactly how I feel at that moment. I'm not interested in making 1,000 Brie Larson videos when I have no interest in Brie Larson. I have no interest in doing a video on Alana Pierce because she decided to say something about disability of having kids or something like that, which her words were taken completely out of context, completely twisted around. And you have the YouTube channels like Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy, Ryan Kendall, and all of them just kind of run with it. And she was just kind of explaining the terminology. She wasn't, anyway, her words got completely twisted around, right? But the thing is, you never see some of these channels cover some of these things, but all you see is the same thing over and over. Star Wars is dead, Marvel is dead, Disney is dead, blah 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 blah. And it gets to the point where almost every title of their videos are the same. You see Dreamcast guy over here. Oh, Xbox is dead. Xbox raises. Like it's so disingenuous because PlayStation raises the price of PlayStation Plus, no problem. Xbox does it to Game Pass. Oh, Xbox is dead. It's the end of the world. It's just people grifting. The Geeks and Gamers of the world, the Dreamcast guys of the world, they are grifting and following the algorithm and to generate views, and it's smart. Okay, I'm not criticizing them for that. That's their prerogative. They're doing what they want to do. They have way more subscribers than me. They're making tons of more money than I am. So that's cool. I don't have a problem with them doing it. I have a problem when it comes to my not credibility, there's another word I'm looking for, my integrity on this channel. Like I said, if 100 people are gonna watch my video, then that what I say is how I feel in the moment. I had a guy yesterday write in my Acolyte video because I like the video, and I'm trying to because I liked this past episode, I'm trying to explain the different ways of not looking at it just one way, looking at it a different way. And this dude just leaves 3 hate comments like, oh, you're just defending it because Star Wars, this show is trash, Qui-Gon was never bad. And I never said Qui-Gon was bad, right? It's just people hear what they want to hear. And it gets to the point where I'm just kind of like over the whole noise, the YouTube mess, the social media mess, the grifting, the constant hate of every single thing. And it was cool when I was 23, 24 years old. I did stupid videos on like, oh, PC gaming sucks, console gaming's better, right? And you fast forward now 2 decades later in 2024, I am strictly almost a PC guy. Like, I just updated my GPU and all that, and I play all my modern games on PC. Times change, people change. The times of me doing crazy stuff and throwing my controller and throwing my keyboard and ranting, that was cute when I was in my early 20s and early 30s. But when you're hitting almost 41 years old, you look at things and you look at it from different perspectives. And that's just the way I kind of look at it. I don't want to quit YouTube. I really don't have any plans on quitting YouTube. But at the same time, I want to come with a more calm, cool, and hopefully mature outlook on it. And like, look, this will young Robert would have said this, and this. But I would like to think that a more mature Robert will look at it and look at it from different angles. Do I think The Acolyte is a very well-written show? Not really, but I look at it from completely different ways than I used to look at it as a kid. You have to understand, this is Disney Plus, not HBO Max. They're completely different demographics. One is Stephen King, one is R.L. Stine. When you do different demographics, you're going for simplistic writing. You're not trying to go for the most deepest. You can do deep writing and not be as detailed as something like Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, Son of Anarchy, Breaking Bad. So I find it funny how grown men in their late 30s and 40s are looking at a show that is directed toward 12-year-olds, and we're going, oh, this is stupid because the writing is bad, blah, 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 blah. Is the writing bad, or do we already have our mind set without actually looking at the different perspectives of it? When I watch something, I like to really kind of deep dive in it, and if I don't understand it, I will go watch a few YouTube videos like Emergency Awesome or Force Center and get different perspectives on it that maybe I didn't see before absolutely just going, look, it's very like one-sided. Like, we live in a very, very sided society, right? Left side, right side. Like, why can't we just be one side? Why can't we just be in the middle? Because people have different views, and people on those different views take sides, and they refuse to look at different sides of things. That's why we got the left side and the right side, and we have all this mess of what's going on in the world today. If people could just realize that, hey, we're a human race, like we need to band together and just try to fix the actual problems instead of bickering between ourselves. And that has spilled into a genre that I love when it comes to movies and games. I play games and watch movies to escape reality. And now I can't even enjoy something without people saying, oh, I'm a liar, or oh, this show sucks, and this and that. And it just kind of, it gets really overwhelming at some points, right? Like, I can't enjoy this show without everybody telling me I'm wrong or ripping on me. Like, no, like it's a different perspective. If you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. I was watching Gaskar's basketball scenario last night on stream, and no one in the stream liked the Acolyte episode. I think Danny was kind of like kind of warm on it, but everybody else didn't really like it. And that's cool. I'm not going to sit there and tell people that they have to like it. But I also think that we kind of need to look at things and not only just sit there and go, oh, it's bad writing. It's bad writing. We can't use that as we can't sit there and say that for everything we don't like. It's bad writing. These are paid professional writers. I don't know if you guys ever wrote a script or a book. It's fucking hard, right? You can ask Adam. Adam got his degree for film writing and stuff, and you can tell, he will tell you firsthand how hard that process is. you know? So we can't keep saying, oh, it's bad writing, it's bad writing. Sometimes it's more than just saying it's bad writing. We can say, you know what? This is for 12-year-olds. So they're not going to tell us the meaning of life. It's not going to be super detailed. It's going to be something that 10, 11, 12-year-olds can easily follow. You know, I watched a video yesterday. See, when someone used this comparison, and I thought it was it hit the nail on the head. Can you imagine if social media and YouTube existed centuries ago during like the William Shakespeare era, and someone's watching a play from Romeo and Juliet, and they get on social media and YouTube and like, oh, William Shakespeare has horrible writing. Romeo and Juliet has horrible writing. Like, why didn't Romeo just automatically send a letter to Juliet? Like she just pretended to kill herself. Like, makes no sense. All he had to do was communicate. Oh, and Romeo, like, he killed himself, and Juliet woke up. Like, if they would have it's just horrible writing, absolutely horrible writing. And then you have the whole conflict with Tybalt and all this stuff, and I don't understand why they just didn't talk it out, but no, they went and fought, and it just spun out this whole thing, and it was just horrible writing. That's the way, like, Romeo, if Shakespeare existed, if social media existed during the Shakespeare days, people would ridicule, like, artists and famous poets and stuff, and say, oh, it's bad writing. Because we don't look at the different sides. We don't look at the different complexities of the writing. I'm not saying Acolyte is Shakespeare. I'm not. I'm just saying look at the demographic that it is focused on. And you look at the demographic, and some of the themes that they're hitting is very, very deep and layered themes within the Acolyte. And then it's okay to criticize certain things. I think it's okay to criticize things you don't like in general. But at the same time, I also think it's smart and it does you better to actually kind of look at all perspectives. Now, with Obi-Wan, my biggest critique on Obi-Wan was the lack of detail, not in the script, but certain things. Like, why did the Grand Inquisitor, his head look smaller? Like, he's clearly from this alien race. That is them just being lazy and not following up with the actual source material, because he was based on an actual race of people that have long heads, slender bodies, and stuff like that. That's the sort of thing that need to be critiqued. When it comes to writing, we can only sit there and say it's bad writing so many times because these are professional writers. Okay? If you look at something like She-Hulk, I didn't like it. You know what I did? I stopped watching it. I seen someone on Facebook on Tuesday night after the Acolyte appeared. Thank God, only one more episode left. If you dislike it so much, why are you watching it? Like, I bailed out of She-Hulk after 3 episodes. I didn't care anymore. If it's so bad, why are you continuing to watch it? And I asked this person, why do you watch it? Why do you care what I do? I can do what I want, blah, 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 blah. Like these people are stupid. These people are stupid. There is people that are absolutely mentally handicapped. And I don't mean that disrespectful. That, like you have your grifters out there, like your Geeks and Gamers and Ryan Kendall, who are going to watch it for a paycheck so they can riff on it. Then you have people who think they're Geeks and Gamers. They only get 50 views of video if they're lucky with 100 subscribers, and they think they're YouTube critics, and they're like, oh man, I'm only watching it so I can review it. Bro, you have 100 subscribers. I can take a shit and it would have more views than you generate on your channel. So like there comes a time where you have to do stuff that you want to do for yourself, right? And so it's just the point of this video is very stressful. I like doing YouTube to kind of get my thoughts out on things. I've been doing a lot of gaming. I just came back from Southeast Game Exchange. Just playing games and relaxing, enjoying life instead of sitting here and looking at the negative aspect of everything. And I think us using the term bad writing is starting to become a trigger word, not even a trigger word. I think it's starting to be a crutch for a lot of people. It's bad writing. It's bad writing. Is it bad writing, or maybe do you not understand what is actually going on? Because I refuse to sit there and think everything is bad writing. I think it's layered. I think it's set for a demographic. I don't look at Sesame Street and go, that's bad writing. It's made for like 3-year-olds. You know, it is what it is. The Acolyte is clearly made for a younger demographic. If you're 40 years old and you're going, man, I just think it's bad writing, but I don't, it's just bad. It's not made for you. You can watch it, but it's not made for you. You know, it's just, it kills me. It absolutely kills me. And the thing is, people are like, we want stuff like House of the Dragon. You're comparing HBO to Disney Plus. One's a family friendly company who's targeting families and younger demographics like my nieces and nephews, and the other one is going for the 18 and older crowd. It's completely different. The writing is going to be completely different, but people don't want to hear that. They just want to hear what they want to hear, and they don't want to look at the different side of it. And when they did give us a Star Wars show that was a more adult-driven show with complex writing, then no one liked it, like Andor. And I'm sure there's a few people out there like, yeah, I know people are going to write in the comments like, I liked it. I don't know what you're talking about. The majority of people did not like it. I liked it. A couple of my friends liked it, but the majority of people did not like it. Sorry, that's a fact. You know, so I don't get it. I think it's a cop out for us saying, oh, it's bad writing, instead of looking at it and going, no, it's a more simplistic writing. It's more simplistic. They're not as detailed as an HBO show or something like that, because it's a different demographic. And anyway, so long story short, YouTube has just kind of been stressful. I'm tired of the grifting. I'm tired of the algorithm chasing. I'm tired of people calling me a liar because I seem to like something and they're trying to tell me that I'm wrong. Look, I'm a Star Wars fan. I've been a Star Wars fan since I was 5 years old. I'm always going to give Star Wars the benefit of the doubt. Does that mean I have a biased opinion towards Star Wars? Then yeah, I do. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's biased on something, but it's very, very stressful with all this kind of crap of grifting, algorithm chasing, people hating this. There's so much hate in the world. I don't want to go on YouTube and hate some more. You know, this is different than back with the Justice League days. You know, like, oh, Justice League sucks. Ha ha ha. Black Panther beat Justice League. Like that was a long time ago. I would like to think that I matured since then. And you know, it's still. I have friends. I have a friend that I've known since high school that I had to unfriend on Facebook because every day he's posting stuff about James Gunn Superman stuff. If you think the set photos look like crap, don't see the movie. Why are you posting about? You're a late 30, like you're in your mid 30s to late 30s, man. You have children. You're a grown ass man. If you don't like it, don't go see it. Stop posting shit about it. You look like a fucking retard. So I had no choice. I actually ended up just unfriending him because I told him, I'm like, hey, bro, if you don't like it, just don't go see it. But no, he kept going. So I was like, you know what? I'm just tired of the negativity everywhere I turn around. I just want to enjoy things again. And you can't do that. Like, so long story short, I'm going to do videos that I want to do because I want to talk about it. I'm looking forward to James Gunn's Superman. I'm looking forward to the series finale of Acolyte. I want to enjoy media. That doesn't mean I'm not going to critique and not dislike something. But I hope in the future, when I get on here and I talk about something that I dislike, that I'm going to bring a different layer to it. It's not just going to be me throwing curse words and F-bombs. I'm actually going to have reasons why I dislike something, and it isn't just going to be mindless rant. It's going to have something that actually has people thinking, and that's what I hope. But if you stuck around for the entire 20 minutes of this video, I want to thank you guys for sticking around, even if it is only 100 of you guys. Just do me a big favor. If anything, just hit the thumbs up button. That's the most important. And yeah, hopefully you guys stick around. But if not, it was nice knowing you guys. Until next time, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.